How we doing out here in Rapland? How we doing out? Y'all already know who I am. No introduction needed. But for those who know who I am, I'm gonna introduce myself. There have been wanting man, Frank Hammerstay, aka the GOAT, world's greatest rapper, and also with small injury repairs and lawn care, and also snow removal and leaf season. So my topic here I like to discuss today is what landscapers adapting to show you why the small mechanic runs the whole landscaping scene. As I have showed you before, I showed you multiple sets of equipment that it takes to have. And right now, this is top peak season, and every landscaper has the equipment in the shop because they don't have the funds to pay up front for repairs. So when you have a small engine repairman with the most knowledge giving you heads up and insight, you should be better each year, especially if you work with me. Like today, I took another landscaper that helped shape the top real estate owner in. The top real estate owner gave him $500 worth of work. The guy looked at me and was like, nah, I don't want this. You take it. So he didn't have no money for repairs, but he wanted me to stop making money. So the best thing I could do was set him up with a position that he could have a commercial property that would pay him weekly, and the funds off that 4 hours of services that he's doing for the real estate company is going to operate his business for the rest of the week. So he had 6 days to make capital, but he didn't want to take that deal. So another person called me up and asked me about it. They went and jumped on it right then and there. So now they solidified themselves. So this is what I'm going to show you as a small engine repairman. All this was accumulated without me spending a dime. So basically, every landscaper always brags about how big their trailer is. Then they complain about the cost of renting everything and coming up with insurance. Also, by me working with the real estate company had paid for my insurance for me. So my insurance cover is $300,000. And I don't have to worry about that because the insurance companies, I do their place. So it's like basically everything I do, the landscape and lawn care is zero cost up front. And this is off of doing repairs. So all this stuff, instead of selling it, I keep it and make money. For the last 10 years, here did more cuts than all these lawnmowers combined. So if I did commercial properties with an all-wheel drive turbo and my backup cheapie right here, and this is set 1 to 3. So if I got 3 big locations, every location, I'm going to have a couple of blowers, a couple of mowers. One location, I got 3 of these sitting up there. Another location, I got 3 of each thing at every location. It don't matter what brand it is. I'm going to use it to make money because I got it for free. So there's no excuse as me as a small engine repairman who does landscaping why I should tell anybody my stuff is in the shop. I should not have to overcharge people to pay for my repairs. So if you got a small engine mechanic that's willing to help you, your business is going to be successful if you know how to keep money and don't blow your money. So I'll give you a prime example. Prime example. I don't use that commercial one. I don't use this commercial one. Although I modify those and make those commercial use, I don't even have to use the big steel blowers because I got a steel knockoff blower that I got from Temu for $75. And I swear to God, when I showed y'all the video last time, I used it over 1,500 times. So if I've been using it since March 1st until now, I done used this over 2,000 times. I done had to replace that steel belt in this one. $600 backpack blower. I had to replace the belt in there twice. These I never had to replace anything. Only thing I had to replace was inside that. Only thing I had to replace for this after using it for 10 years, and the wheels still look brand new. all because I take care of my livelihood. Like people like to show off and impress bitches and hoes. These are my bitches and these are my hoes. I take care of my bitches, I take care of my hoes. They're going to make me money. So now that I put it in professional term and street term, every landscaper should understand how smart are you? And a lot of people don't understand what I did with the real estate company on purpose. I took all their properties and did them for free on the first round. So the last couple of days, what I did 80 properties by myself. After I did, I was thrown another 25 properties. So now that everybody is waiting at the lawnmower shop for repairs and stuff like that, and always like selling their old equipment, stop doing that. My profit is always 95% to 100 because I have zero cost to start. Only thing I pay for is gas and pay my insurance. And I insure myself as a small engine repairman. It's like people, I try to get people to work with me. Hey, I got a customer list. You can keep the money for yourself. You can come get a lawnmower. You can come get a weed whacker. You can get a blower. So I work out of an Explorer. And then sometimes, and a lot of people, they hate that I tell them this. Sometimes, if you got a lot of people on the block, 7 customers on the block, and you get tired of hauling all your equipment, leave a lawnmower, a weed whacker, and a blower over there and some leaf bags. You could drive to that location or get dropped off, take care of them 7 houses, knock everything out and get paid. You might want to let that lady get a free cut because she's holding your equipment, but you're making money off a block. So each time you go do a block or 2, you got equipment there already that ain't nobody gonna follow you to try to steal because they're looking for trailers, they're looking for trucks, they're looking for the guys that like to try to be like the big dogs. Now, I started off with Renard, big dog Renard. Now, I brought Renard old trailer, but all the landscapers that had contracts was making big money and bragging and telling everybody they was better than me don't have customers. I wonder why they don't have customers. Oh, you can't pay the shop bill. Once you can't pay the shop bill, you're out the game. So the logic is you got people out here that's leasing equipment, you leasing your vehicle, you leasing your equipment, and you paying your workers and they tearing your shit up. How high is your profit margin going to be? You doing all that just to come home with $250 in your pocket, and a man like me can get up and make 500 to 750, pay 2 people 125, and still pocket 500 at the end of the day, and don't even have to work a full day. I do all that in 5 hours every damn day. But the reason why I do it in 5 hours every damn day, because if I don't do it, ain't nobody else gonna do it. I can't go to nobody else with all this equipment and ask them, hey man, loan me $50, loan me $100, loan me $500. They're gonna say, man, you got what it takes to make it. You got a production line. But if you don't have no production line and you don't have no customers and you don't have a small engine repairman that's available to you, even if you don't have no money, guess what? Your business is going to fold. And all it takes is a few people not to show up and all that. Or worse, they break something, but you should have liability insurance to cover that. So this is why I give you the basis. This is my one set of 3. When I show you my third set is going to be mini riders and the same exact stuff. So basically, I have enough stuff where I can buy a building and put everything in there and then open up a repair shop in the building. But since I like to have my privacy, I use my own garage and I have another garage in Rosedale Park at a household that I have over there. But living in a homeowners association, you cannot run your business, your landscape company out your house. So it's cheaper, instead of paying for storage and all that, it's cheaper to go get a house in Detroit and pay a small fee. And that small fee is going to store every goddamn thing. And then you can get dogs to protect your stuff, put cameras, securities, and stuff like that. It's like to be smart, to make 100% profit, you have to think wisely. And one thing I'm gonna tell you, if you a landscaper and you have all that and you can't pay for repairs and you can't go to a top repairman that's certified that will charge you a third of the price what the shops charge, or a shop that will charge you half of the price of what the top shops will charge, you are today's crackheads. So I explained to all the companies the reason why the landscapers are charging you these prices to cover for their mistakes and their repair costs. That's food for thought. You heard it from the man out here. To go to rap, to go to every goddamn thing in the world that you need to know about. Yeah, go. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.